Hi, my name is Jason Williams. I'm here at MPE in Berlin. We have one of our clients here, COLIBRIX ONE, and I would like to introduce you to Svetlana.
Hi, my name is Svetlana and I represent COLIBRIX ONE here on MPE.
So jumping into the first question, can you tell us a little bit more about COLIBRIX ONE and what you guys actually do?
COLIBRIX ONE is payment infrastructure which helps digital businesses to handle their payment part, to grow and to interact with their clients. What I see here and globally, that last time payments started to be very complex, lots of regulations, lots of challenges and rules appearing every day makes digital businesses to stop, to make changes. But what I also see that business owners, founders do not want to dig deep in these payment questions, and that is the moment when partner like COLIBRIX ONE comes up on the stage.
So can you elaborate on those services a little bit more?
Yes, we are direct principal of Visa and MasterCard. So from the every beginning, we started to work with card payments. Later, we added mobile payments like Apple Pay and Google Pay. We also working on our open banking solutions. So what we're trying to do is to remove complexity for our merchants and to provide just every service in one place. That's why, for example, now we opened a new direction. We open bank accounts and offer our merchants to manage all their inside ecosystem. And historically, we started to work with e-commerce, then to be focused on marketplaces. And now on this event, we are more targeting companies and apps that are doing subscription model businesses.
Fantastic. So coming on to subscription-based businesses, business that you provide, we can see that rapidly growing across SaaS streaming and digital platforms. You know, from a payments perspective, what are the biggest challenges that you guys are seeing?
Payments always look simple until you start work with payments, yes? And in comparison, for example, with e-commerce and traditional businesses, subscription model is more complex, and what is key, it influences the model, all the business model. For example, in e-commerce, payments is like 1-2% of businesses, and it's more reliable, less chargebacks, more retention, and so on. So even you improve a little bit, you do not see this effect. In subscription model, up to 30% of business can depend from your payments. It's not only payment provider. Of course, it depends from your traffic, from how loyal your users are to your app, and many things.
So how does COLIBRIX ONE help subscription-based businesses manage recurring payments, but also reduce payment failures and scale internationally?
Okay, before to answer this question, I have to tell you like two main points. First, companies working now internationally from day one. So you can get payment from actually different parts of world. So first, it's multi-currencies. Second, you have to have really reliable infrastructure and to lower the risk that your payment will be declined. I'm very practical, and our team also work not by words, but every day with merchants to analyze by different countries, by different currencies, by different payment methods, how it actually works, if there are any space to improvements. And for example, if we see that for any country, any method, we see some enormous number of declines, or approval rates are not so high, for example, as for another merchants. We together with clients team start to investigate what's going on, what's happening, and usually we can find the reason. Sometimes it's technical, sometimes it's on the merchant side, for example, something wrong with page, some additional information that users, for example, do not like, or lack of information that users do not see. So having our experience and working very close with merchant and our analytic team, we can find. And as I said before, in subscription model, businesses, when even you improve on 2%, your approval rates, it has impact on business.
So for companies building new digital products, what are the most important things that they need to consider?
One of the most important thing, I think, it's reliability. When we talk about payments, about PSPs at all, usually first that come in mind, it's we have to choose something cheaper and what is easier to integrate. But in fact, you have to keep in mind that your business will grow. You will need more channels, more currencies, and so on, so on. What is one of the strongest sides of COLIBRIX ONE? I think that we are in communication with many types of merchants all the time, and we really hear what they tell us about plans, about strategies, and before the product, their product go to market, we know that we will have to support this. And sometimes we keep in mind, for example, that for some geos we have to be stronger to keep being partner for our merchants. So this knowledge about where we go in, where our merchants going together, is important.
So looking ahead in developments in the fintech world, what do you guys see happening in the next few years?
Global trends are AI and globalization, and definitely there is a lot of things on this field. But back into our discussion about subscriptions, I'd say lots of businesses get tools to monetize their knowledge. Look what's happening. For example, trainers, coaches, different types of teachers started to launch their own apps in Telegram, in Apple, Google Store, everywhere, and get their audience. And they also need some payments, and they also need reliable partners, which are not only like huge infrastructure, but also simplicity, like easy to connect, easy to operate, to have everything in one place. Do not have army of accountants to serve your business. Probably businesses small, like one-man business, will grow more and more. And also to serve these businesses, you need infrastructure and team, which can create just amazing tools.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure to meet you, and hopefully we'll see each other soon.
Thank you so much for the interview. My pleasure to take part in it.